welcome. This series is exploring how people just like you and me bring everyday issues to the Be Love principles. And today I want to welcome my friend Tammy. Tammy, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Tammy and I have known each other a couple years now. We were in an intention group together.
That's right.
We've never worked together as far as the Be Love principles, but to be just totally open and honest, Tammy, you are on my email list.
Yes.
And you have certainly heard about the principles before.
For sure.
Right. But we've never worked together with them.
No, we haven't. This is our first session.
Well, and I'm very excited because I don't usually get a curly girl on the camera with me. So I'm very, very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
So before Tammy and I bring her particular issue, opportunity, or challenge to the principles, I just want to take a minute to explain what they are. The principles are a series of 4 ideas that can be used individually or together as a process. And today I've been guided to use them as a process with Tammy. But before we start, let me explain to you what they are. The first principle is greet everyone with an open heart without an agenda. Principle 2 is see the divine essence in everyone and everything. 3 is forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally. And 4 is remember you never left the light of the all. Now, if you would like to learn more about the Be Love principles, how I received them, they came in what I call a direct download. I would really love for you to go to beloveprinciples.com, and I'll have that information in the description for you. I did want to speak a moment about that principle number 3, forgiveness. For a lot of people, that one can be difficult. And I just wanted to share before we get started that forgiveness for me in this context does not mean we are condoning any behavior. When someone is feeling constricted from regret, resentment, fear, guilt, blame, whatever it is that's really keeping that constricted energy, the person holding the energy is the one that's suffering. If you are involved in some sort of situation and it requires legal action, do what you need to do. What the principles guide you through is a way for you to help release yourself from energies that are keeping you from living the most joyful, happy, free life that you can live. So if anybody has questions about that, there'll be ways to contact me, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. But I just wanted to just make sure that was addressed before we started. Also in that principle, it talks about forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally. To my mind, as it's been explained to me in regards to this work, there is no space and time. If you're holding a resentment or a fear that was 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago, 5 lifetimes ago, the opportunity for you to forgive is now. So I hope that made that a little clearer. And Miss Tammy, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am. Very excited.
Okay. So what situation, challenge, opportunity, what would you like to bring to the principles today?
So this is a little close to the bone, so to speak. It's putting myself out here a little bit. My throat's even kind of constricting a bit thinking about it, that I feel like I haven't reached that level where I love my body, where I accept it, where I feel comfortable. And as you know, as you age, and I'm going to be 54 this year, so there's been lots of changes, and there've been times in my life where I was slim and I was happy, and I looked the way that, you know, society sort of tells women how they should be. And then as you get older and through the different changes and stages, I look a little different, and I am quite conscious of that. I teach yoga I teach meditation and breath work. And for quite a while, I stopped teaching yoga online because I didn't like the way that I looked. I didn't like my shape and how it looked on the screen. But I kind of have gotten over that. I'm teaching, but it's still nagging at me. So that's where I'm at the moment.
First of all, I just want to thank you for being so open and honest with us. As you and I agreed when we were doing this, you knew this was going to be filmed and seen by other people. So I just want to say how much I really appreciate you sharing this. This is something that so many millions and millions of people struggle with. So your willingness to explore this with the principals is something that I think will be of help to so many. And I sincerely appreciate it. I thank you. So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you very much for that. Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, I want to just get a feeling for where you are right now. So you mentioned the word love, body issues, body image. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much would you say that you loved your body right now?
Maybe a 6.
Okay. So we're going to start with the 6. Okay, thank you. You're willing to bring this issue to the Be Love Principles process. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Now, the process, to my mind, came from divine love. So this is a process to lovingly look at that issue without judgment. There's no right or wrong answers. This is just an experience for you to share with the principals. So I wanted to just make sure we said that. And also, there's nowhere to get, there's nowhere to be. You are in a safe space. It is my intention that not only are you surrounded by love, light, and healing right now, but anybody that ever views this sees this through the eyes of love. So I just wanted to say that. Now, let's do this if you would, Tammy. Go ahead and shut your eyes for me. And just imagine you're putting your feet on the floor. Just relax in the chair where you are. Just feel yourself supported by your chair. Just allow yourself to relax as much as possible right where you are, knowing that you're safe, knowing that I'm right here with you and love is guiding you through this process. And I'd really invite you to start by imagining you are breathing in the energy of love through the back of your heart and out through the front. You're breathing love in through the back and out through the front. Breathing love in through the back and out through the front. Good. In this way, we're bringing your consciousness into that heart center where your own individual piece of divine intelligence dwells. That's where you're going to get your very best answers. That right now, right here today, will give you exactly what you need. Now, from this space, in the sacred space of your own heart, Tammy, thinking of this opportunity with body image and loving your body, I'd like you to silently say to yourself, show me how to greet my body with an open heart without an agenda. And we're holding Tammy in love and light, trusting you're getting exactly what you need, Tammy, whether it comes up now or it unveils itself, reveals itself in an hour, a day, a week. Notice any body sensations you're getting. And just allow that information to flow to you. Good. Now I want you to take another nice deep breath in through the back of your heart, out through the front. Here we go, just reestablishing that heart-centered space. And again, from that sacred space, silently this time, I'd like you to say, show me the divine essence here. The divine essence in this situation with my body acceptance. Trusting the process. Trusting any images, any sounds, any words. Good. Now give me a nod when you're ready to go to the next principle. Okay. Now, if you know of a forgiveness opportunity here, then you're going to request that. If you're not sure, or if you're not ready to forgive, you can always say, show me what it would feel like to be ready to forgive. But my sense is we're going to go this way with you. Anchor in your heart. And I want you to say silently to yourself, show me how to forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally now. And allow anything that comes. Remembering you're totally safe, supported. Show me how to forgive quickly, completely, and unconditionally now. Remember to breathe, sweetheart. Breathe in and out of your heart. Let love guide you through this. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, when you're ready to take this to the light, just nod for me. Take as long as you need. It's okay. Oh, okay. Here's what I'd like you to do. Imagine you are out in a beautiful yard, out in nature, perhaps in a field, just you, the birds, beautiful trees, just you and nature. And I want you to imagine, as you're standing in this yard, in this field, that there is a spotlight, perhaps 10, 20 feet, all the way around you, of this beautiful golden iridescent light. And as you're standing there with this light coming from above, You feel the energy is tingling, it's vital, it's alive. And you realize this is the light of the all. And as you're standing there, imagine that this light is ever so gently going through your scalp, going through your skin. It's lovingly, gently, and just oh so easily moving down through your body, through your head, through your neck, through the shoulders. And you're realizing that as this divine energy gently moves through, it is re-energizing, renewing every cell in your body. So you might even feel a little tingle as it progresses down your arms, gently down your chest, down your legs. And as it's going out your feet into Mother Earth, you might even remember that every cell is actually singing the song of Source. Now, if you're willing, invite the image of your body into the circle with you. Notice what the body has done for you, where you can be truly grateful. Only acknowledging what you truly feel. From this space, you can ask it if it has any messages for you. You could ask both your body, you could even ask the light. Whatever you feel your soul is telling you is going to be of highest and best good for you right now. Note any message you get. Just feel that energy of the divine in on every breath. And when you feel the message or the healing is over for now, knowing you can come back here anytime you want, just allow the brightness of the light to start to dim, knowing that it's always there. But just for the purposes of this visualization, you can watch it dim. You can thank your body. Let that light come to you. Start to feel your feet on the floor, wiggle your fingers. And whenever you feel it complete, there you go. That's what I love about yoga teachers. They know how to move. They know how to get back. Thank you, thank you, thank you for even embarking on this journey.
It was a journey. I feel like I went to a kind of a different realm, and there was no space, no time, just your voice and this beautiful, loving presence. Thank you so much.
Is there anything you would feel comfortable sharing about any of the steps or what you saw? Keeping anything private that you want to, by the way.
Yeah, it's interesting. Probably I went back to myself as a child, and that little Tammy, what she needed, what she didn't get, greeting her, letting her know that everything's okay, that
Oh, wow.
things that may happen in life there's always challenges and traumas, and there can be terrible tragedies that happen, but that, always seek the light, seek love, seek goodness, be that, seek it and become it. And it was broader than the body, I think. Probably the body image, the acceptance of the body is emblematic or symbolic of just that deeper connection that maybe got cut off when I was younger. Growing up too quickly, having to look after myself too quickly.
Did the word agenda bring anything up for you? Reading with an open heart without an agenda. That was popping for me, and I just wondered if that had anything to do for you.
The phrase at that time that kept on repeating was, it wasn't your fault. There's nothing that you did, that you didn't cause anything bad to happen.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, that's beautiful right there.
Yeah.
You seemed quite moved with the forgiveness piece.
Yeah. It was a shift. There was definitely an energetic shift. I don't know whether it's like society around or the voices around us that say that we're not, good enough or this enough or that enough or slim enough or perfect enough, the way we aspire to be. I don't know why we're told it or what society gets out of trying to make people perfect Barbie dolls or whatever it might be. I don't know. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as perfection, and the imperfection is where the beauty and the aliveness happens. So there was that whole piece about forgiving myself for being so hard on myself to make me try and fit some box that I don't fit into. The image is one part of it. I know I want to be healthy, and I want to be able to move the way that I used to move, or maybe just try and rekindle that movement in my body so that I'm a better, more effective teacher. But at the same time, I got a message, and it's something that has come up before. I think even when we were in our group meeting, something that occurred to me was, if I'm going through this, let this lesson that I'm learning go beyond me, and maybe it can help someone else, it can help others to see that, we all have these really strange notions in our head about what we need to look like or be like. And it's actually okay just to be who you are. And we can aspire to be the best version of ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, but without the criticism and the judgment and the blame and the you ate that or you didn't do that, or this whole toxic relationship with food and punishing exercise and aging, and you should look young and what have you. It's just so unnecessary. It is absolutely unnecessary. If we're quiet enough, if we're still enough, if we go inside and we listen to that voice inside, that guidance, that intuition, we'll be guided to the right way that we need to eat and move and be in the world. We're just numbing ourselves or distracting ourselves to try and compensate for what's lacking, what love we didn't get or what acceptance we didn't get. And we need to learn how to bring it to ourselves. So all of this, I've been on this journey, and I'm so grateful, Diane. I had some intentions the last few days that I was setting for myself. And I even wrote in my journal, like, okay, I'm waiting for the magic to happen, and it's going to happen. And it seems like today is one of those days. I often, it's not every day, but often I'll try and see the magic, and it's right there, you know, it's just right there, almost out of reach. And then connection happens, connection with someone else like yourself, this beautiful heartfelt connection, or connecting to my own self, or connecting to nature. And then the world opens up to be this magical, magnificent place, like showered with divine love and miracles. And we just need to sometimes lift those blinkers and clean out that dirty mirror in our heart. Sometimes the heart's a little tarnished, just polish it a little bit and let it reflect the beauty and the glory that's all around and within, the divine essence and presence that's everywhere.
Well, I think that you've given quite a gift today by connecting to that magic in your own heart. That divine essence, your divine essence that's there, not here, but there, and being willing to go somewhere that is new. And I know that you are not new to the self-development or spiritual development world, but the willingness to keep knocking on the door and saying, okay, I'm a little bit more ready today. You did that beautiful, that beautiful piece you just said is going to be so helpful to so many. Certainly touched me. I have one question. When we went through the forgiveness and you got into the light, what was that like for you?
It's hard to describe. I pictured myself in some of my most magical moments. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little fairy in a forest, because I live in the most beautifully, stunningly beautiful landscape all around where I live. I just need to walk out my door, and it's like Alice's in Wonderland completely. Almost like, you know, I'm Eve in the Garden of Eden. That's what I feel like. You know, if just get the apple off the tree, or keep it up there maybe. And so I thought back to the first time I walked outside my door and I saw this field of lupins bursting with this purple color. It was one of the most magnificent things I'd ever seen, because it was so unexpected. I was traveling hours to some mountaintop trying to see the wildflowers, and they came to my doorstep literally. And that moment, I knew that, you know, the light was in me that was drawing that to me, but the light was all around me. And the way that you had described that kind of beautiful illumination and it being iridescent and kind of gossamer almost, it was almost like I could feel it like this nectar or honey coming down and just infusing all my cells and revitalizing. And it helped me when you said to think of the place. So that was really good, because I connected instantly to that moment. That was it was like miraculous to me. And I just inhabited that instant. It felt like, again, there was no space or time. I felt connected with the all, and from the blade of grass to that tiny little bud, the color, the texture, it's like that poem, you know, to see the universe in a grain of sand and the eternity in an hour, or whatever. I'm not quoting it correctly.
Yeah, we're getting it.
That's it. Wow. That is something that if we can connect to it every day, it's just a beautiful reminder that the divine is everywhere, inside us, all around us. In every moment we can see that and look for the light and find it if we so choose. So that was beautiful. That was a beautiful guidance get me there. So thanks. That was lovely.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. And I could see, I mean, your body changed, your energy changed. So that was just lovely to see. I do have another question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you love your body right now?
It's a 7.
It doesn't have to change. It's whatever it is, it is. But I appreciate you doing that, because that gives me a little scale to help understand how this works. As I'm learning just with everybody else. Just because it came through me doesn't mean I got an instruction guide. So one of the things that really helps me is to lead beautiful souls like yours through the process and remind them at any time you can bring any question, any issue, and it doesn't have to be a challenge. It can be a new job opportunity you're really excited about. How do I greet this wonderful new thing with an open heart, without an agenda? How do I see even more than what I think I see in it? You can use the principles individually. When I first got them, actually, I would, for a whole week, I would use one principle as much as I could during the day for a whole week, just to learn it before I put them all together, and always use them with me. It got to a point where I would look in the mirror and say, show me my divine essence, because I knew I needed to see this before I could see out there, which was just really helpful for me. And anything else that you want to share with anybody today, you'd like somebody to know?
You know, I don't know when it is in childhood when we're taught to dim our light. And I'm just rediscovering that it's okay to shine. It's not just okay to shine my light. It's what I'm here for. It's what we're all here for. And so getting that thought out of my head, and remembering that it is my birthright for me to shine my light, and for me to be like in touch with that love connection inside me, all around me. And I don't have to apologize for it. I don't have to explain it. It can just be as it is. And so this is such a fabulous reminder, and it is a visceral kind of getting back into that feeling. Like, I know when I'm on and I'm, like beaming, my voice, the skin tone, the texture. For myself, I can see it in others. You can see it. You'll always know when there's someone in front of you and they are just in the flow, and you can't keep your eyes off them, and you can't stop hearing them, and you want to be in their presence, whether it's, beaming across 3,000 miles, or whether it's in front of you. And so you've given me, that impetus to get back out there and keep on, shining the light, and just being as happy and, in my own, in my own power that I can be. And hopefully it resonates with some people. I hope that that's the way that it comes across, and we don't have to apologize anymore, or think that we're being, vain or selfish. No, it's not. It's our birthright, and it's what we came here to do. So thank you for that.
Well, you have given us all a gift today by shining for all of us. So I just want to, Tammy, thank you so much for bringing this issue that so many of us struggle with and have struggled with, and from time to time will struggle with again, and helping us have your perspective on how to move through that. And I really appreciate the opportunity to bring that to the principles. So, darling friend, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I thank all of you for watching and witnessing our friend Tammy take this through the light. And you see you see her shining. And as much as I would love to say that was the principles, this is only one way that love moves through us, but it's the way that Tammy allowed it to move through her today. So thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you all for being with us, and I'll see you next time. I'm Diane Haworth. You can read more about the Be Love principles below. Thank you so much. And again, I'll see you next time.